Maybe I'll take a look at the games I lost, see if I can't learn something. Like I made some pretty like huge mistakes. Like I've made a second infestation pit instead of my hydrogen and stuff like that. But there's probably something else I did wrong as well. Alright, let's see what I messed up this game, because there was a lot of mistakes, I think. So I was a little bit late to put down this tumor, so I ended up losing it. That's one mistake. A little bit slow with spending my larva here for no reason. Like in the early game, it's super important that you spend your larva right away, so that was a mistake. Pull back my overlords. Creep spread could be better. Everything else is looking okay. Their timing was okay. A little bit slow on droning my third, to be honest. A little bit less drones than I would have liked. Supply block here. Did I lose an overlord? Yeah, I did. I lost an overlord somewhere, I think. No, no, I didn't. I just got supply block. So that's pretty bad. Creep spread could have been a lot better this game. These gases should have been earlier. Fourth hatch should be going down about now. Yeah, and I kind of knew this was coming because I got a Zergling in to see the Twilight Council, and I saw he had extra depths. So like, where was it? It's like here maybe at some point. Let's see. It's kind of a strange build. Like he goes to the 4 gateway with the fast thirds. This is actually like super committed by him. Like he lets me in here. Like I see he's warping in 1 more adept. He already has 2 more adepts sitting behind here, which is already very suspicious. So like, because at this point, if the Protoss is going for like a macro build, they don't want to be making adepts because they cost gas. They would rather just make zealots or make nothing at all, preferably, and like save their money for tech structures and gateways and stuff like that. And then I even got a glimpse of the Twilight Council, I think. No, I didn't. But it's pretty safe to assume it's glaives at this point, because I saw these extra adepts. Like it could just be like an Oracle adept pressure, but it's kind of too late for that already. He would have already moved out if that was the case. So I should have anticipated this. How late was my Roach War in this game? It was a bit late. I should start my Roach War like right here, at like 440, versus this third base timing. So my Roach Warren was a bit late, that's another mistake. Yeah, and we're just kind of slow with droning up this base, like we would preferably have these gases already mining. But yeah, like I made roaches right away when I had my Roach Warren, I think. Let's see. Did I delay them at all? Yeah, I did make them right away. It's just that my Roach Warren was a bit too late here. So if my Roach Warren was on time, these roaches would have already been out, and I would have had like 8 roaches out already. And then we're not really taking damage from this, because here we end up losing like a bunch of queens and stuff. Like fortunately for me, he's super committed, and he went into double robo. To be honest, if I'm getting a Spire here, I think it's just dead. So I could have even done it reactively after seeing the double robo probably. I think it's 4 more gateways. Yeah, but like what we're doing is fine as well. But like we could have been really far ahead at this point if we played it correctly. Scout everything. I saw no tech, so I should prepare for this attack. Yeah, for sure. I can do that. So yeah, at this point I think we're like, we had the mistake where we made like what we want to do here is we want to have our lurker then line up with our hive, but first of all I was very late with building this, and I thought this was a hydro den. Like I should start the hydro den around the same time as the first infestation pit. Like slightly after I make the first infestation pit I should start my hydro den, and then start my lurker den like slightly after I start my hive. That way they line up. So I have lurker den done. But like now look, my hive was done at like 8 minutes, but my lurker den is like so far away from even starting, right? My lurker den is gonna be done at like 10 minutes or something. It's so super late. Like here we could have already had lurkers with the range upgrades out, basically. But we don't, because we Pepe got. And we're kind of forced to make these extra Ravagers if we don't really want to. Like the way you should look at Roach Ravager is just they lose a lot of value over time if you don't get any trades or you don't attack. You're not attacking with them. Just keeping them in your army like this, they lose a lot of value. Like they're not very good once you get. The Protoss gets more upgrades and Disruptors comes out and stuff like that, right? So we have all of these quote-unquote dead units and dead like wasted gas. Now we kind of mess up here with our fight. We lose 2 lurkers for free. We lose a Viper. Yeah, and here I should just pull back right away because I don't really have enough anymore to stay here. And then I take another sort of shots. Yeah, here I kind of overextend a bit. But to be honest, this game we're still in a good position. Like because he has no tech. He has no Templar Archives. Nothing. It's going to Fleet Beacon now. But to be honest, it's not that scary. Get this one by in. He got pretty well. He lost 10 probes. Like this was really good for us, I think. Now we got some map control as well. To be honest, I feel like we should have been able to kill him with this push. If we micro properly here, we abduct these things. Yeah, we do. Yeah, to be honest, I think he should have died here. Probably. Yeah, I went a bit too deep. I needed to wait for the rest of my army here. I should probably just keep the lurkers like up here on the high ground, because he can't really go up this ramp into lurkers. And then after I kill this, I wait for my hydras, and then I go for like one big push when I have everything together again. So I was a bit too overeager here with my lurkers. Like this wasn't a terrible trade for us, but I think we could have just won the game here. This push. If we didn't lose those lurkers. And now we lost a lot of momentum because we have to go home and rebuild our Vipers, rebuild our lurkers. Get a decent fight here. But we have traded really poorly this game. And we end up losing this base, but it ends up being fine because we have this base and we save all our workers. Yeah, and I think we were still winning this game, to be honest, even though it's always gonna be scary versus this army. Like, he's not that rich, right? I think if we just defended here, I think we would have won this game. Like, we do this run by, but yeah, like this was a massive mistake by me. So this run by was good, we should have done this, but we should not commit like this. I need to see his army if I want to do a move like this, because what happens here is my Hydras get strapped, because I didn't see his army. Like, I have no idea where his army is right now. It could be here, it could be here, it could be here, it could be here, it could be here. I have no idea, right? So I go up here, kind of YOLO, and I end up getting punished for it, because I get trapped. Now I can't get away with my Hydras, right? And my Vipers weren't even in the fight, which is another mistake. Like, maybe if my Vipers are here, I can Blinding Cloud, I can abduct the Disruptor, and then I get a decent trade at least. What will happen now is just I lose everything basically for free. And yeah. I think if I just sat here at my spores, or at least if I had vision of his army, one of those two things, then we would have been fine. Yeah, now we're dead. So good the second game as well. This game was super messy, if I remember correctly. We played not very well here. Maybe we'll do like one ladder game after this and then call it a day. So yeah, we already fucked up really bad. So I think until this point we didn't really make any huge mistakes. But what happened here is like we see the oracle, right? So I know where it is. And I have some vision on this side, so I'm pretty sure it's not coming here. But I should have already, like, I'm throwing so much money, I should have already made a spore here. But then I start rallying drones here, while walking my queens into the main base. So this queen should have walked here, at least. And I should probably not transfer drones until this spore finishes, because then I can just have one queen, one spore here, and bring this queen here. Or wait for this queen to finish at least before I transfer drones. So this was really greedy by me. And then I get punished for it. Because I was expecting the oracle to come in here after I saw it. But it came back here and I have nothing in position, so we end up losing like 6 drones here. 5, 6, 7 even, yeah. That's really bad. Like we're already super far behind. And Roachhorn was at a decent time this game at least. But we weren't really scouting properly here. Like he went for super late Phoenix, which is not so good, I think. Another mistake is like spreading overlords like this. I shouldn't spread my overlords like this until after this overseer scout. I need to confirm that there's not Phoenix, because now I end up losing like so many overlords. Because yeah, I already lost like 4, something like that. I'm gonna lose more, 5, 6. Yeah, that was really bad. Beginning with the roaches, we kill some probes. Now it's fine. I probably could have drawn a lot harder here. Didn't need to make this Hydras so early. I could have just made the drones first and then made the Hydras. That would have been way better for my economy. It's really hard to attack on this map though. And I still tried. I kind of ate some bad storms. I think I should have just brought the queens as well, to be honest. I chose to keep them at home to defend like a 4%, but I think if I brought them here, I think I could have just won the game with this push here. I needed to split this properly, like have banelings here, banelings coming from here. But it's really hard to attack into this. Yeah, my queen should have been here probably. Probably should have gone up to like 90 drones here a little bit earlier. Yeah, like if I had the queens there, I think this fight would have been really good for me, because when it's happening I get fucked by the Phoenix. And I have like 5 queens with full energy. If I had them here, I think I just win the game. Like I had enough map vision to not worry too much about a War Prism or Cellatron Bites. I think I could have just brought the queens in this situation. ends up being a so-so trade for me. Actually, it was a pretty good trade, I think, overall, because my economy is... yeah, if I was on 90 drones, this would have been a good trade, but in this scenario, it wasn't that great. And now it's going into carriers. So, like, our next push is, like, our last chance to do something. I think we could have done something, actually, if we hit the space again. But I choose to go up here, which wasn't the correct choice, I think. Yeah, at this point I think the game is kind of over. Well, not really, because we killed this base, so we're stuck on 4 bases, so that's why we're still in this game. But I end up messing up this fight pretty badly. I end up like running in all my banings into like 1 arc on here. I think if we took this fight properly, I think we could have still won this game. Got a proper split, losing banings here, and then not sure what happened to these banings. Yeah, that was really bad. We need to kill these Templars. If we had those banelings, I think we can actually still win this game, because we just killed 19 probes, and we're gonna kill this base again later, I think. So yeah, I think if we didn't mess up this fight so bad, we could have still won this game. Could have been faster with remaxing as well, then we would have had these Hydras out already. Yeah, like this game was very close considering everything. Like we did a lot of stuff wrong. But now his army value, like his army is so much stronger than mine. Even though I have decent upgrades, it's still kind of rough. Just reached Masters for your first time, thanks to my videos. Cool, man. It's good to hear. I'm glad that my videos are useful. Congrats, dude. Yeah, here we're dead.